Hello everyone, welcome back once again to Cosmic Express, where I continue to not know how to make any progress. So, where are we going to go and what are we going to do? Let's nip down here to Taurus. What is Taurus? What are you about? Okay, this is the awkward middle spot problem. So this is 11. We already did 12, so 11 should not be more difficult than 12. But we've got 2 purples, and one of them needs to get into this house. And we've got 2 oranges that want to get into any of these houses. So let's sit down and let's work the problem. If we pick up 2 oranges here, the problem coming through here, if we watch that through, is that everything's in the first carriage, so a purple never gets to this house. So it's probably not that. If we do this, we leave a 1 cell gap here, which means we can't get in and out again, so it's not that either. How else can we... At some point, we have to come through here, right? That piece of track must exist because somebody needs to get in this house, and we can't do that by going around the edges like this. So at some point, somebody is going to have to go along that piece of track to get into this house, and it has to be either colour, really, because so long as a purple ends up here, the middle cell doesn't care if it's a purple or an orange. We just need to get one of these 2 purples out to here. How are we going to get 2 oranges? Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and kind of, excuse you, 6 ups and downs that we can make between this gap, these 2, this one, and this one. But obviously, if we do it 6 times, then we end up at the wrong corridor to exit. We end up on the wrong side of the board. Pick up 2 purples. Drop off a purple. Pick up an orange. Then we can't get the last one back to this house here. Because we can leave this gap all the way around the outside edge to leave with. That's no bother. Can't do this because then nobody gets to that outside edge. If we double back, that one would end up here and we can never go through the centerpiece. So it's not that. It's just trying to find some other approach for getting through this system. I'm not even sure which side I really want to start with. We pick up the 2 oranges. then drop off an orange. This is the same problem, right? We end up with the front carriage problem. Yes. And we can't do this, because this is the same problem, just coming in from the opposing side of the board, right? What I really want is to get the orange at the back. But I have no idea how I would go about doing that. Does that work? No, because we can't fit 3 people in the carriage. We've already tried this and it didn't work the first time and it's not going to work now. This also doesn't work. I'm just seeing spots. Then 13 has these awkward corners. We've got a purple house and an orange house and 2 mystery houses. So long as an orange ends up here and a purple ends up here, the other 2 don't discriminate. Pick up 2 oranges. Drop off an orange. Pick up a purple. Drop off a purple. How on earth do we get this guy to this house and get out again? I basically don't think you can, because you always end up cutting yourself off. Which would indicate to me that it's this guy ending up in that house. So an orange and a purple drops off an orange and a purple ends up there, and now we can't pick up this orange and get them into that house, can we? Because then we can't leave. That gets everybody into a building, I think. It just doesn't get us out of the door. So could I get you to that house first? Not without picking up 2 people and ending up with the wrong person at the front of the carriage, right? This throws off the rhythm for everything then. That does 1 each. Then we drop off an orange, drop off a purple. But I want purple in this house, don't I? I want that guy going to here. Pick up a purple, pick up an orange, drop off an orange. Pick up an orange, drop off a purple, pick up a purple. That can't be it, I just don't know why. Because that purple ends up going nowhere. So I'm fairly certain there is no way to get this guy to that house, right? Because by the time from here we touch this corner, we can't get to an exit. So that would indicate that this purple is going to end up in possibly this house. So how do we get this purple into that house and these two guys into these two houses? Purple house. Pick up an orange. Orange goes here. From the front. Pick up a purple. But now we have the problem that we can't pick up this guy and only this guy, right? That's the whole crux of this issue at the moment, I think. Because doing the puzzle in reverse doesn't solve for the picking up this guy too early independently problem. If we did something like this, again, we can never get this guy out and back in again. And if we end up picking up them first, we have to do this loop because we can't come this loop this way and get out again. We can't do this because that one will never get to a house. Do orange and purple. Orange. Purple is in the back now. Then we pick up an orange. Orange ends up there. Purple ends up here. This is like in no way correct either, is it? It's certainly a little different. It's not what I need, but it's a little different. Orange into orange, purple, orange. Could we do that and then go around it? Is this it? Or is somebody at the front and or back of the carriage where they shouldn't be? You're at the front. I don't want you to be at the front. Yeah, that's not it. Because front drops off to front, takes up the front seat. So what if we pick him up in the back seat first? Does that change it? That looks good. Yes, progress. Oh, I'm so happy every time I sit down for 20 minutes to play and we make some amount of progress. Right, we're not going to poke 11 again just yet. There's still so much to do. I feel like, obviously, all this left-hand side, basically, is done. But I just see, like, oh, there's 2 there. And there's, like, 4 there. And there's 2 here and 2 there. And 1 up here that's not even unlocked yet. And it just still feels like there's so much to do. Yet alone the Nova Cluster. Let's have a look at Ursa Major for a couple of minutes. I don't expect to make more progress, but we'll see what we could possibly achieve. We only have 2 carriages. And just, there's only so many times, basically, that we can kind of come in and away from these 2 sets of houses. particularly when we're carrying two different colours of people. So if we do purple and orange, drop off a purple, pick up a purple, drop off a purple, drop off an orange, pick up a purple, pick up an orange, and now we can't ever pick these guys up, so it's not that. That is going to be quite the undertaking. This is an alternate exit I still can't figure out, apparently. Orion 8. 8's a small number. I should be able to figure this one out. It's these blasted corners, isn't it? 2 purples. There's a 3 long train. These guys need to be picked up from the very back corners. And when we go through these corners, we can't have 4 people on the train. So we need to do possibly this and this last in some fashion, because we can do something like that. But how we're going to get there, I'm not sure. No, my brain is completely fried. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our thin slither of victory in Taurus 13, and we're going to call that a day for today. But we will, of course, revisit Cosmic Express in the future. But for now, thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.